Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So the plan was for us to get up at 6 a.m. and hop to it again. We snoozed until about 8:30.
It's now 9:30. This is our first mission of the day.
Now we have dragged ourselves out of bed, had a cup of decaf coffee because that's all that we had left.
Great hotel room coffee. Top notch.
But we are now starting our day and we have walked across the street and gotten some donuts.
Yeah, so there's a cute place right across from our hotel called Sandy Pony Donuts. I wanted to go because I thought the name was really cute.
I mean, Sandy Pony, that's Chincoteague right there.
They have 24 or 25 different flavor combinations of donuts, and they're all like pretty unique. Not that you would normally see it, like a Krispy Kreme or anything like that. They also have coffee and acai bowls that looked really good. But we weren't super hungry this morning, so we just each picked an interesting flavor combo donut.
So Candace got a blueberry pie, and I got a chocolate mud pie. Now, to be honest, we tried to film this about 30 seconds ago and something happened with the camera. So Candace's donut has a bite out of it.
Don't worry, that was me who took a bite out of it.
They don't serve donuts with a bite missing out of it. Alright, so there's my chocolate mud pie donut. There's Candace's scarily blue blueberry.
Yeah, they had photos of the donut and it did not look anywhere near this blue. It was more like a light blue glazed looking donut. So I'm gonna take another bite.
Tastes as good as it did 2 minutes ago?
Yeah, it's really good. It's very, very soft. Pillowy. Yeah, it's a good donut, and it's not overwhelmingly blueberry at all. It's actually quite good.
Alright, now I have not actually had a bite yet, so I'm quite excited. A little bit of chocolate. That's a good donut. Very soft. Yeah, that might be one of the softest donuts. So because I need coffee to function and to be a decent human being, I did get a cup of their hot coffee. I would have paid $100 for this cup. I mean, the coffee is fine. It's just a hot cup of coffee, but look at that cup. That is adorable.
We do actually have a breakfast at this hotel with probably much better coffee. We just haven't gone down there yet.
The breakfast is from 8 to 10. 8 seems late.
Yeah, honestly, we could have gone down there this morning. I'm not really sure why we didn't, but the past couple mornings we've been already out by 8. So we are going to be exploring more of the town of Chincoteague today. We've got a couple other museums on the agenda.
It's our last day, our last full day here, so we're kind of seeing what we want to see, taking it easy. I might try to get Candace to buy me some more seafood before we leave, but that is debatable. Should have gotten a seafood donut.
That, thankfully, was not an option.
Clam donuts. Doesn't that sound good to y'all? Doesn't sound good to me either.
Yeah. There was a bacon donut, but I think that was the only one involving a protein.
I've done that before, and I'm not a big fan. But we're going to finish our donuts, finish our sandy coffee, and see what we get into. Well, we have finished our donuts and our coffee. I may have already gotten another cup of coffee since then. But now we have made it to the Wallops Island NASA Flight Facility Training Center Visitor Center Museum of the World. I added a couple extra words. We've never done anything NASA related, and although this doesn't scream like Chincoteague and ponies, this is 10 minutes. It's on the next island next to Chincoteague. You go Wallops, then Chincoteague, then Assateague. But this is just kind of an experience that you don't get to get everywhere, so we're going to check out NASA.
We're going to take a rocket into space and everything, I think.
So the museum is free. We have heard it is small, but there's outside exhibits, inside exhibits. It's just something interesting to learn about that we don't really know much about. So let's see how many rockets we can ride.
Wallops Flight Facility includes an extensively instrumented range to support launches of more than a dozen types of sounding rockets, small expendable suborbital and orbital rockets, high-altitude balloon flights, and using its research airport, flight test of aeronautical research aircraft, including unmanned aerial vehicles.
There have been over 16,000 launches from the rocket testing range at Wallops since its founding in 1945 in the quest for information on the flight characteristics of airplanes, launch vehicles, and spacecraft, and to increase the knowledge of the Earth's upper atmosphere and environment of outer space. The launch vehicles vary in size and power, from small meteorological rockets to orbital-class vehicles.
One of the interactive displays they had was the difference in lunar sand from the moon. It was interesting to see how it tumbled differently because of its makeup. Then we learned that the sand actually wasn't real and it was simulated. There were a number of interactive displays in the museum which always grab our interest. By far, the coolest thing here is the digital 3D sphere display which visitors can control for different visuals. All of the planets in our solar system, as well as the majority of the moons, were available to look at and control. We probably spent a little too much time on this display.
What is this, Candace?
Uranus.
Visitors can take an elevator to the observation deck, or what we would call a roof, to get a lookout over the entire area. There are a number of outdoor rocket displays that they lovingly call their rocket garden that you're invited to walk around and explore. At the end of the rocket garden, they have bleachers set up for spectators to watch their live rocket launches.
What are you waiting for?
The rocket launch.
I don't see anything. Is that happening sometime soon?
Yeah, I think they said like 3-4 more months, but I got the front row and I am ready. We have made it to our next stop, the world-famous home of Misty from Chincoteague, the Beebe Ranch. Now, Candace, why is this name special to you?
Oh, well, back home, not our dog, but my mom's dog. His name is Beebe.
Spelled the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're hoping there's a bunch of him just like frolicking in a field behind this house over here.
I don't want to see more than one of those dogs in my life.
He's just frolicking. But yeah, so we learned a little bit about Misty in the Museum of Chincoteague that we went to in last week's video. But I think this will be like much more in depth. So yeah.
I think it's $8 a person to get in. Not really sure what to expect, but hoping it's a good museum.
I also think it's a relatively new museum.
The Beebe Ranch was first opened sometime prior to 1923, but no exact year is available. It turns out this museum is very new, as it just opened up at the end of June, but before that it was an active horse ranch for decades until it closed in 2010 when its owner, Billy Beebe, was deployed to Afghanistan. It was sold to the Museum of Chincoteague Island and the Misty of Chincoteague Foundation in 2023 to preserve the location as a historic site.
Shortly after Misty's birth in 1946, famed children's book and pony book author Marguerite Henry visited Chincoteague Island for the annual pony penning, looking for a story for her next book. While staying on the island, Henry met with the Beebes as well as Phantom and her foal Misty. Henry offered to buy Misty with the aim of using the foal as the model for her next pony book cover, but the Beebes refused. Eventually, the Beebes relented and sold Misty to Henry after Henry promised that she would include their grandchildren, Maureen and Paul Beebe, in her next book. Henry purchased Misty for $150.
After 11 years of touring and making appearances, Misty was retired to the Beebe Ranch in 1957. She would later become immortalized through the pony book genre and in the 1961 film adaptation, Misty, which was based on Henry's 1947 novel. Misty has gone on to become one of the icons of Chincoteague Island, Virginia, and the main ambassador for the Chincoteague pony horse breed. She died peacefully in her sleep of natural causes on the 16th of October, 1972, at the age of 26. Out back at the horse pens, we got a chance to meet Pearl, Angel, and Drizzle. Drizzle was born in 2016 and is a direct descendant to Misty and Stormy. Drizzle's full name is Angel Stormy Drizzle, and this is the first Misty relative to be born on the ranch since 1974. Well, we figured we started the video on the hotel balcony, so might as well finish the video on the hotel balcony, although this time I don't have a donut.
Nope.
Which is sad.
Unfortunately, they're closed, or I might even think about going and get another one.
They were very good. They do open at 7, which I think is kind of when we're leaving tomorrow, so I don't know, maybe get a half a dozen to go, maybe get 3 dozen to go. Very good donuts. I think our random day of stuff was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was very random.
A little of this, a little of that.
Yeah, we had a good time at NASA. We did feel like we didn't, we were reading like the signage in the museum, and I was like, I already forgot what I just read. It was all very long words, you know, and confusing, and I didn't feel like I was smart enough to be there. But interesting.
Yeah, very cool. Very interesting
I
thing.
think that's all we're getting into for today, besides maybe grabbing some dinner later, but I don't think we're going to film that. So tomorrow we're checking out, but we do have one other stop on the way back home. We're going to Chincoteague, is how you say it,
Chincoteague
State Park. I want to go there because they have some like sunken concrete ships off of the coast that are kind of in like a U formation that you can see, and it looks pretty cool. There's also a couple of trails there that we're going to try and do, and that's on our way home. So we'll be stopping there and doing that, and that will be the last video of this Eastern Shore series. We hope that you have enjoyed it.
Yeah. And as always, we'll see y'all somewhere. Thanks for watching Riley Roams. To keep up with our content, please subscribe to our channel, and if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. That helps us a lot.